have time. Okay, which we should calculate with reasons the values of the angles indicated by the small letters. Ne? So here you are going to follow the parallel lines. Ne? So what do we have here? We do have line AB, which is parallel to what? To DC. Do you see that one again? So you can highlight your parallel lines. It helps if you highlight your parallel lines so that you know exactly what you are dealing with. So this is parallel line number 1, parallel line number 2. We get the idea. Ne? So these are going to be our 2 parallel lines. Now, there are going to be lines which are intersecting the parallel lines. Ne? Now, the lines which are going to be intersecting the parallel lines, we said we are going to call them transversals. Ne? They are the ones which are going to be giving us the corresponding angles, the alternating angles. Look at this one here. This one here, we have line EF. If you look at line EF, it's a transversal. This one. You see this line here? Ne? Now, we do have an angle which is appearing this side of the transversal, and then we do have another one which is appearing on the other side of the transversal. Okay? Now, let's look at the shape that they are forming with the parallel line. The transversal and the parallel line. What kind of a shape do they form? So, what are we going to say about these 2 angles? These 2 angles are going to be equal because they are going to what? Because they're alternating. So, yes, the hand is up. Oh, so I'm going to say angle A is going to be equal to 35. And then when they ask us, why are we saying that? We're going to tell them, which is because we have alternating angles. Now, angles cannot just alternate. Angles cannot just alternate. Alternating angles are equal. Why are they equal? They are equal because of the parallel lines. So they are equal because of the parallel lines, because we have AB, which is parallel to what? To DC. You should state the lines which made these angles to be equal. Now let me repeat this again, guys. Angles can alternate and not be equal. It's possible for angles to alternate and not be equal. It is possible. It's possible for angles to alternate but not be equal. What makes alternating angles to be equal is the parallel lines. Yes, which include English, guys. I will try it, Gaspard. Yes. So now we have another transverse. We have another transverse. We are done with this one again. We have another transversal. Another transversal is ST. It's intersecting with the red parallel lines. Okay? Now, if you look at this one, we have angles on the same side. Oh, we do have angles in between the parallel lines. So this is angle number 1, and then this is angle number what number? What can you say about these 2 angles? They are not equal, because they are inside the parallel lines. Okay. So what we'll say? We'll say 120 plus B. They're going to give us what? And then they would ask us, why are we saying this? Co-interior angles, are sub. And then you need to state the parallel lines. What are going to be your parallel lines here? AB is parallel to what? To C? DC. Okay. We are done with the transversal line. Are we done with that transversal line? We're done. Let's try this one here. We have VW. Can you see VW again? And then what do you have here? You do have angles, but you don't have any numerical value. Okay? You don't have any numerical value here. So it doesn't really help you, because you can say, okay, but I say this one and this one, they are all both above the parallel lines. Okay? Yes, they're corresponding, these 2, but you don't know what is E. You don't know what is C. Also don't know what is G. So as much as we have a transversal, it doesn't help us that one. So I'm going to leave it for now. I'm showing you this is how you should approach the question. It didn't work that one. Okay? Do you have other parallel lines apart from the red ones that I just showed you much? We have other parallel lines. Okay? Okay, what are the parallel lines that I'm talking about now? So we follow ST, and then we also follow VW. Now, Remember, oh, we're not done with P here, man. P, what is P? P is 60. So we can come and update and say which year we have what? We have 60. Now, go and look for a transversal then. I'm sure you have parallel lines. Do you have the transversal? We can say we have line DC. Can you see line DC? Ne? Line DC now is a transversal. If line DC is a transversal, then you can tell them, I do have this angle here. I also have this angle here. Both of them, they are appearing above the parallel lines. So what can you say to me about B and C? Eh? They are forming an F shape. Ne? So we can tell them which angle C is going to be equal to angle B, which is equal to 60. Ne? And then the reason is because we have corresponding angles equals. Ne? And then they're equal because which parallel lines are we using, man? ST and what? And BW. Can we get another one? We can also look at F. You can see F. It goes with what? With 120. Ne? There's a transversal here. They are both on the same side of the transversal, and then they are both above the parallel lines. Ne? Since both of them are above the parallel lines, what are we going to say about these two? They are also corresponding. So it means which angle F is going to be equal to 120. Ne? And that is because we have corresponding angles equal. And then parallel lines, we have ST and VW. Now you're going to do the following as your activity then. Activity 3.